king, the queen, the magician, the lover in you. Every single day, we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back and take your rightful place. The battle is everywhere. It's right in your face. Let's go.
Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. Success is your destiny. Yes. Love, wisdom, power. Remember, yes, always who you are. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Love, yes, power. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Master. Yes, I am. Yes, love, wisdom, power. Yes, I am. Say yes to yourself. Yes, I am. Protected. Yes, I am. Master. I am. Yes.
Thank you, Laji.
You're welcome.
Now I can talk.
Now you can be heard.
Now I can be heard while I talk. Yeah. Family, thank you for being born. Thank you for being alive. We already acknowledged the ascended masters whose momentum we ride on their shoulders. We want to have a special acknowledgement to our brother Blue. Welcome, Blue, to Magnus Crystals Pyramids, along with Ty and nephews. Starseed. Okay, Starseed. I want to adjust that light for you, bro, because we want to get a nice Hollywood view. Yeah, that's good. Family, let me know how the sound is as far as you hearing Brother Blue. Let me just adjust this like this. Let me see. Let me see. I got it. Hold on. One. This is a tech moment, family. Hold on. You can see.
Amazing.
Is that better? Yeah, that's good. Let me see what it look like full screen, because I want him to. This is about Blue, Logi. This is Scorpios meet Scorpios.
Oh, this is the Scorpio house. That's all. Okay.
Scorpio, I'm myself on the Scorpio. I'm here with a brother that's on the cusp. We got two lines open for.
Let me make sure this is off.
Yeah, this is resonating like you got two lines on. You might get your mute one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an echo in the back. There's
all
an
right.
echo in that. Can you hear it, Hank? Can you hear the echo? And they sound far away too. I can't hear Blue at all now. Yeah, Blue's volume is completely off. Hank. Is that my son?
My line. There we go.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
do your thing, Blue.
So, greetings, good brother. I
Greetings.
myself am a Scorpio. Seated beside me is a brother that's on the cusp of Scorpio and Sag. My brother, Just B. Right? You can introduce yourself.
Just be,
Okay, speak up.
just be, definitely here to share with the people. You know, my brother Blue, and got the brother Starseed right next to me right
Yes. So, yes.
here.
It's another Scorpio. Our
Read.
brother building. Another Scorpio brother in the building. Our brother Starseed. So we are definitely consecrated in the building. I was actually born on a Friday. This is the day of Venus. It also happens to be the day of Copper. It's the 5-pointed day. Happy Muslim Day to all Moors out there. And it's the day of it as well. It resonates Islam with the color of green because Friday connects to the planet Venus and the color copper. The mineral copper, should I say, which is a an amazing amulet conductor, right? And us being a copper people of this particular indigenous demonstration,
Oh,
you know what I
man.
mean? And me being an ordained minister, Pope Pablo with the Mineral Ministries, yes, my good brother, we're here to drop gems, but also speak in defense of the mineral kingdom being foundational in the physical world.
Wow, that's a beautiful piece you saw. That
Honors to your brothers, the Scorpios, and
What's your
good
birthday?
brother Hank. Your sun sign again? Are you?
He might
I'm
have
a
been.
Sag, November 25.
See, yeah. So it all comes full circle. The Sag and the Scorpios, you know, we do work together as Hopius, the 13th sign, or that particular serpent is responsible for bringing the sun into the underworld during that cosmic ceremony. You gotta do that. You can use it, but just mute it. The continuous cosmic ceremony that occurs when the gates of the golden gates or the silver gates open towards the time of the between November and December, and that's when the quote unquote Sagittarius arrow is pointed at the heart of Scorpio or Antares, and they are reenacting the killing of Leo, which is the sun who dies for 3 days, which amount to 3 months or 3 signs, which is called Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. They said Jesus was crucified for 3 days, and they rolled the rock on it. They were speaking about the capstone of Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, and then what happens? That he ascends from the murky, quote unquote, graves, the murky, watery graves of Pisces, Hades, is when he ascends into spring, representing the resurrection of the physical sun, coming back to his prominence to sit at his elevated state in Leo on or about August 21st or August 20th, which it coincides with the anniversary when they say that we got over here in 1619, which is known as our coronation date. And in 2019, we had fulfilled the 400-year mandate of coming out of the curse of an accursed people. And we supposed to be rejoicing in our Jubilee. And coincidentally enough, 2025 has been consecrated by the Catholic Church as Jubilee year or the year of hope and mercy. But the Pope died, but Pope Pablo's still here. Come back.
What's your birthdays? What's your Scorpio?
November 14th.
November 14th.
Deuce, because I'm a twin. November 1475. So I'm going into my Jubilee year of 50. This particular cycle, I'm coming half century, right? Full circle on my 50th. I don't know if you want to share y'all information, you know, data-wise with the good brother, but you understand on who we are. This brother's 44, my mystical number. I have no answer.
Black show don't crack, boy. Let me tell you.
I'm on my 44th chamber, you know, by the blessing and mercy of the Creator.
Yes,
And
I'm doing a lot.
So what day is yours? What day is yours on the crust?
Yes, huh?
What day is what's the other brother that ain't cracking with age? No, it's the black bird. What days? What?
I was born on November 8th, 1996. So I'm the youngin'. I'm the 28. So, yeah.
He's the youth. Right.
I'm the 90s baby in the room.
Oh, so you the 8th, November 8th, and the brother in between y'all. What day is he? He's on the cusp.
22nd, November 22nd.
Okay, so you 2 days after me. I'm November 20th.
You the 20th?
I'm the 20th.
So your born day, you share born day with Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
You also share born day with Future. So your sign, you represent the third decade of Scorpio. And the third decade again is the closest to Pluto. The artist named Future, his nickname is Pluto. And Pluto is the sign that best represents quote unquote third decade Scorpios rather than the other sign that they share, which is Aries. I'm in the second decade. Aries, like all of the October Scorpios, witches and warlocks. But the ones that are in the 20th, they are more clearer to the sages, the cleaner, but very, very deep, like Plutonian, subterranean, almost Piscean. Where the Scorpio and the Pisces meet is in hell, in Hades, in the watery grave. The mythological story that we are bearing witness to is of the rebirth cycle. The mythological rebirth cycle is being played out by Puff Daddy and Cassie. Puff is a Scorpio, Cassie is a Virgo, right? This is the story of Hades bringing Persephone into the underworld, and then she's saved by her mother Demeter. What did they say with the trial? They said that he's Hades. She said she saw his eyes turn black, and she said that her mother came and rescued her, and he tried to bribe the mother. So again, if we get out of our way, get out of our feelings, get out of judgment, right? By not participating in our opinion of how we think people came down here to play their cosmic role in the repeating narrative, and the only thing that changes, the canopy, the cosmic canopy changes and the characters change, but the stories remains the same. So we are here to bear witness to a narrative, interpret the narrative, free of judgment, and allow more expressions of the narrative to continuate. But you also have an opportunity because of technology that we can capture the narrative, put it in a box, make amendments to it, and actually get it right.
Well, that's the purpose of birth. We'd be making mistakes.
Yeah, that's the purpose, right? So we would, in this lifetime, we can qualify this grand mission and not duck the fade, but say, yo, I can get it right in this lifetime. I can actually not only get it right, if I get it right, 144,000 get it right. And if I activate the 12 by 12 matrix, once the world has 12 personality types, the world has 12 zodiac types, right? Once you minimize 12 into 3 and then understand what Tesla was speaking about with 369, right? You focus on the 1 to focus on the 3 because you are a triad. So if you just focus on you, then you will activate the 3, and the 3 is a multiplier that activates automatically the 9, and then that goes into continuum nonstop. So it all starts and begins on the 1. That's the science of the 144. Put the 1 in front of the 44. The 1 is you, the 44 is the world. And we can continue.
Genius.
You know, so what I'm thinking, Hank, it's gonna be an explosion up in here today with all this Scorpio energy and Sagittarian energy. This is going.
It's right here.
I don't know. They may come after us. Hold up a little bit. Put it out in doses.
They're not coming out. We coming after them. It's a difference. They're on the run from us. There's a difference. Yeah, they're on the run from us. We already won. Elon got a black eye because we beat him to the punch. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. It's finito. And we've made, this proclamation here, taking this tour on 6/6, starting here at Uncle Hankey's to spread the good news, like Paul and Galatians. My mother named me Paul. My brother's name is Philip. Moreland. Just like they gave you in the movie, Smoking Stacks More, Red and Blue Pill. That's who we are, right? Been vanquishing vampires ever since. Now we got these amulets that you can participate wherever you're at, digitally and visually, Because yeah, we're gonna vanquish some vampires today. It shows you that it's just about an energy and frequency war. It's just about principalities. But if you stand with conviction and you activate your solar plexus, right, and allow the sun within you to shine brighter than the sun outside of you, then the sun outside of you has to pay attention to you, and it squints when it looks at you.
That part.
Oh, I know.
Uh-oh, sirens. Yes. Raising the frequency.
Yeah, all that. All that.
That's how really it is.
All that is going down. And the thing, and the science of it is that once you realize that we exist in a fishbowl, and then the energy of this community is dealing with the falsehood, the people who's fronting like they us, they're fronting like they can speak worlds into existence. They gotta bear witness because they in proximity of the fishbowl that this neighborhood represents. So the fact that I'm standing on the grill with these pyramids, these proclamations hitting everybody upside their head. So you're gonna hear and see and bear witness to the cosigns that the universe shows that, oh yeah, we listening, we hear you, and your words is hitting, and they hitting in all the right place. I don't gotta knock on the door of a synagogue and Satan up the block. I uppercut them from right here, and it's gonna knock them down wherever they so stand. Underneath this grid that we are going to vibrate, resonate, regenerate, and reclaim.
Let's do it.
In the name of the children of the Most High.
Let's do it.
How dare they? The copper tone people. You can't be us. You can jack the birthright and put our cloak and our clothes on and cosplay. But when Daddy come home and Saturn shows up,
BTA.
and it's in us and it's not on us, all the cosplaying comes to an end, and we don't gotta send a telegram. You niggas is right downstairs and you gonna know it in real time. Let's go.
Yep.
That part. Right.
Well, Hank, hey, y'all know, like Hank always saying, he's always in the lab, right? Y'all know he's always in the lab creating
He's
stuff.
in the lab right now.
Yeah, so that's
And
why
we are the human instruments that he has been building out into, physical evidence,
Quantum test
utilizing the science to figure out coordinates. That's how we was put together by the creator, and we are cooperating in the cosplaying of co-creation, but as above, so below. So when you deal with the micro, then the macro has a way of paying attention to your grand designs and your grand work. And then when you call forth the manifestation of it, and you bring it full circle and you put a Scorpio in the building with the resonance on top of that. So we wanted to make sure that we got high definition capturing of this classic episode.
Rise of the Phoenix.
Please, my elder, we need to hear from you. Please, you got the Nebuchadnezzar. We taking them at the controls, but you got the Nebuchadnezzar. Speak to us.
See, what I wanted to drop on y'all, especially being y'all so ripe, it's like I was looking at the piece. I spent many times, in an ashram, in a mystery school in India and Africa, right? And I was looking at the world, and so what can we do to, learn so much information? And I'm like, information ain't to store as a human being. That's for animals. They store it and teach it to their kids. For us, it's to give it out. But I'm looking at the situation. It looks like Satan is winning on a large degree in our face. But behind the scenes, what I came up with is we have to bring down the ascended masters in our children. This way we could operate in the same way that Anna and Imram operated. That's the grandparents of Jesus. So I found that formula. How do you bring down a God-conscious being? And I'm putting together right now. I got the website just about 3/4 done. I got the program. The program's called Divine Conception, right? So you got to learn how to have sex. You got to hold on to your children in a holy ritual of with mantras on your lips while you're making love to your earth, right?
I'm hearing this.
But I realized, and then I got after that a homeschool program that begins in the womb. As a matter of fact, it finishes at the moment of
he put together a curriculum in a program to how to bring up about a star seed.
Can you repeat it? You said divine what?
Yeah, because the volume is not as high as we want it to be. Can you please just repeat that so that
I'm gonna see if I can
the good
create this.
young brothers in the room, especially the brother named Starseed, can hear about this Starseed science?
I don't know if the camera went out, but I hope y'all can still hear me. Especially the younger brother that's 28, because
Bro.
and that's if you can hold on to that seed powerfully, right? Bring in the godlike beings, because you're already moving toward that. And if you want to bring in godlike beings, you got to be moving toward God. You got to be yourself trying to become a godlike being, so that your seed is powerful and pure. And so when you're doing this and you bringing it, we got what we call this epigenetics. This epigenetics manifesting over a 3-generational process makes a quantum leap. So they already told us point blank, we know that the Messiah is going to be born in Black America. They know that, and they're looking out for that. So what I said to myself, you know what? What about if we had 1,000 Messiahs born? And that ain't going to happen by accident. That's going to happen through us preparing ourselves to be the progenitors of the Messiah. We got to take ourselves to that godlike state, which y'all are moving in right now, and then conceive our children in a holy ritual of love. Conceive our children with our wives in a holy ritual of love. Start teaching them literally the moment they're conceived, and as they're developing inside the womb. Now, I put together the womb empowerment program, right? To teach your child in the womb, because all children are born genius. When they come out, they don't have to learn English. They already know it, right? And if you was to teach them in the womb, like, let's say 12 languages, when they come out, they know 12 languages. If you keep that up after they get to the earth, they'll be fluent, even with the accent and everything. I did the process, so, you know. Can y'all hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you, Laji.
I'm not hearing them that well.
Maybe they are mute. Do they have their phones muted?
I could hardly hear the brother. I
We
can't
can
hear.
hardly hear you. Pope Pablo, we can hardly hear you.
Keep talking.
Okay. So the process, now when I started developing the homeschool program, I used ChatGPT to just give me a little bit of insight this way, that way, and the other. I told him, look, I'm developing a homeschool program for him. Of course, I'm running, right? And so as she's going through, you know, some of the stuff I'm feeding to her, she goes, Lauji, you started out with a homeschool program, but this is not a homeschool program. This is the next level of education for mankind. I thought she was a what do you call it?
What?
This thing is off the chain. It's off the chain, you know. I tell you straight away, because I've done it already. I got a daughter that was conceived like this. She has an aroma, you know, and she's not a hoochie mama going through whole phases and all this other kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Scallywags that thinking being a hoe is in a what do you call it? A badge of honor, you know. And you know, so if we do this, we then bring in the next generation of holy souls, of godlike beings. But you can't shoot them up with these vaccines. You can't do the mess that they're doing now, trying to tell people about you take this vaccine so that you can be alive and all this other foolishness. You get off diseases. That's foolishness, and it's a lie. You know, it's like if we science this process right here as we move along teaching the knowledge. We got the indigo children, we got these rainbow children, we got these crystal children, we got all these different souls coming in to uplift the earth. But what's happening is they've been hit with a vaccine, they've been hit with false knowledge in these schools and brainwashed. And so when did the genius window close? When we send the kids to school. They start them off with 1 and 1 or 2. 1 and 1 or 2, are you kidding me? 1 and 1 or 2, that's when they learn algebra. You know, and when they're 1 year old, they should be learning algebra. 1 and 1 or 2, it's like, huh? You know, they should be learning instruments. They should be learning languages. They should be learning many languages, in fact. But that really empowers the brain through the power of the spoken word. I tell you, I feel real good looking at you brothers, because you're young, you know, and you're ready. and my book is coming out, and my book, I got the book here. Find one. Brother. Let me show you the book. This is the cover of my book, right? It's called The Candidate, but this is like the first of 4 books. The other 4 are already written. I just put this one out. This is The Candidate, this dude here. This is going to be one of his wives. You're going to have 3 wives. This is her mother, and this is her husband. And this brother is getting the mission. He's given the mission to find the secret knowledge of divine conception. God gave him this mission, right? He had an after-death experience. God gave him the mission. And he told him, I want you to find this information that's been lost to humanity, codify it, and go around the world teaching the people this knowledge so that the whole holy host can take birth on earth and crush this demonic situation we got here on earth. And so that's what the book is about. But the background of the book was I initially wrote it as a text. And I was in a City College study group with Dr. Ben Jacana and John Henry Clark and all these heavyweights. And I said, who's going to read this but them guys? Then the storyline came to me. And the storyline came of the genocide of the black man on the planet Earth and what we do about it. So what we do about it is bring in Christ-like beings, because they definitely trying to kill us all. And so and this is where we are. You know, bring this knowledge to family and start getting back in line with God. Live like God. Don't just speak it. Live like it. And from what comes from that, what seeds are going to come from the seeds of God like men?
Well, you already know the answer, because the answer is in the question already. So, and we have the capability to change the mindset as well, because if we know that thoughts create reality, and what you speak also changes reality. The power of the tongue, the power of thoughts, it's already there. It's just that we have to tune into it and tap into it. And I also feel the energy of the divine feminine is going to play a major role in this, which, as you know, the system has done their best to divide the family, to divide the man and woman.
That's exactly right. And the situation has to come about. See, if you're in the process, first you got to have a proper man that wants to live in that life. Then you got to have a woman that want to live in that life. What they're doing now is, they're breaking us up in the same way that Satan broke up Adam and Eve. He went after the woman first.
Right, and that's what the system does. It gears everything to the female.
See, what a lot of people do not know, or most of us, even Christians, do not know, Eve was not Adam's first wife. Lilith was Adam's first wife.
Right.
And she said, I'm not going to bow to him. He ain't no greater than me. And so she went off and she got with Satan.
Blue, did you want to say something?
His volume is down low. Hank, can you hook up his volume?
I think he's doing another event as well at the same time.
I'm doing another event.
Blue's volume is good.
No, it ain't.
So is Kafunya.
We can't.
It's your volume.
Can y'all hear me, Blue?
Yeah. We can hear you. Keep talking.
I can hardly hear Blue.
He wants to be able to hear, so I need.
Tell he need headphones.
Who needs headphones? I'm hearing them perfectly. Get some headphones and then I'll be good. Yeah, let me borrow your headphones.
It's a beautiful day to have these beautiful brothers and the young trees that are formulating in Blue's screen. Salutations to them as well.
Let's see if I hear them.
Do you?
I'm not hearing. This is all the way up. Mine is over
Yeah,
there.
I hear you, Laji.
Yeah, you already were good. It was Blue that I couldn't hear that well. I can barely hear you now. Before I couldn't hear you at all. I could see you. You know, you're talking, but I couldn't see. I couldn't hear anything. But I can hear you now.
Wow, that's weird that his volume was way up when you first started, and now it's like all the
Wait.
way down.
Kufunya, were they able to hear me? I can still barely hear you. But I can hear you, but just barely. I'm struggling to hear, but I'm listening.
Now it's better, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, now it's wonderful. So
yeah,
let's,
that was
because I
good.
don't want to waste any time. We heard a lot of what was said here, and I'm so abreast of all of the issues. I've studied them, and I made proclamations when I came to this planet. And I'm not responsible to fix the things that I didn't break. But I've gotten to this point in my life where, because I've dedicated myself to solutions, I'm sourcing in solutions, and I hear everybody's pain points, and I'm not being dismissive of them. I'm saying we have alternatives, we have solutions, and they're available in real time. I'm hearing everybody's pain, and I get it. I get it. And I'm hearing a lot of limits about what we couldn't do because of, or how the world is. The world is, we know what the world is, and it's not going to change. It can change overnight, but we can't expect to change if we didn't put the plan in operation and press go. Then you could gauge, once the go button, a 24-hour process of whether it worked or not. Until we put this plan outside, I don't. You could bring me the concerns, but I'm not in the business of fielding them, because I can tell you where there's a solution at, and then you got to go with the same fervor to the solution than you do to the problem, because we have been the biggest propagators and promotions of our problems, knowing that you only manifest it here for solutions. So you have a great program, and it sound tight. Allow us to implement it. I've solidified a deal with VR Tutoring Company that has been approved by the Department of Labor. It's so game tight that they want us to teach all of their children. I'm in business with a lady that they're in negotiations to give her 3 job codes. They really want to give her 8 for labor processing and teaching people AI, how to get prepared for the new workforce. I could go on and on and on and on about things that are available. I hear everybody. Maybe we're gonna do a tour to feel pain points, just to offer solutions, because we're all speaking from a place of restriction based on the pain that we have. And I get it. But if I'm telling you I got a solution, call my bluff. And then tell me what your pains are. But if I give you a solution, run to that solution the same way that I feel the denseness of the pain. You feel me? And then spread the good news like it's Galatians. Like I'm Paul spreading good news in Galatians. We have water for parched throats. There's no more agony. The families is broken because the economics is broken. Until you show her that you can produce, everything else is pipe dreams, because she's gonna look, whoever's cutting the check and putting food on the table is God. That's why your acknowledgement of God is tied into your root chakra, which ties you into the land. Because at one point, when man was able to utilize the land to feed himself, he was looked upon as a man. When he left South and migrated to the quote unquote North to get in other people's financial centers, when they started cutting the check and she saw the check at the bottom, the name at the bottom of the check is God to her. Because when he cut the faucet off, she got to do something strange for some change, because the daddy don't understand his baby's got to eat. And that's what they told you in the Bible about having a storehouse for 7 years of abundance and 7 years of famine. Because if you come shaking a cup to people, they're gonna treat you destitute. They're gonna treat you in ways that we can't. They're gonna treat you like the Diddy trial is exposing how our daughters have been treating, going to the piper, shaking the cup, right, of manners, golds, and carving images, right? Menins, not Mannins, but Menins and Mannins, fake money that they paid homage to, that golden calf that he got these people to totally desecrate and consecrate their relationship and original contract with. So we're speaking to people who are in that state already and have not redeemed themselves, where they're waiting for a savior, when they themselves are the ones to atone for this and apologize to themselves, apologize to the higher form. Look, my job here is, man, know thyself. I ain't know myself yet. And I forgive whoever did something to me, because they ain't know. How can they know who I am if I ain't know yet? So your ability to forgive is in your tongue, but once you release them and you get your power back, then you can properly license it and lease it as you choose. Now you're in control, but you got to forgive in order to get it back. You got to forgive yourself first, because you signed up for this. There's no victims, only volunteers. We knew who our parents was. We knew what the script was. We said, give it to me anyway, pause. So I don't want to hear about the pain points anymore. Let's get into the fact that, yes, we got a plethora of solutions. We came from the South, where we have been cooking and baking and getting around people who are doers. And now we came back to the land of the thinkers and the knowers with the solution, so we can activate the divine feminine, because that's the queen of hearts down there. And this is the king of hearts. This is where the dons and the big boys play, right? Let's put the head with the tail, open up this corridor, this interstate, and then create it from east to west, and then from the west to the eastern hemisphere through the Pacific Ocean, and then continent diasporically, while these people are at civil war destroying themselves. We're in the background getting it right with economics, with the fact that we always had, we always got the resources. We always had access to it. We are in possession of it. And we always had the market. It's the people who we dealing with. That's the people that they're looking for. And now we got the railroads and the railways to do it, because I got a streaming service. I got a social monetization app. You know what I'm saying? That has an all-in-one payment system where it's tethered to a global stable coin. So you can transfer your dollar to anything that's equivalent to a dollar, any currency, with a push of a button. You could turn your app into a money transfer into a Western Union, and people could send money back and forth to their country for no money, instantaneously, lightning fast. Like, there's nothing that we can't do right now. So I want to hear about our dreams. I don't want to hear about the nightmares anymore. What does a dream look like? You can speak into your phone, and ChatGPT can generate an image. Why are we not speaking proclamations into the ionosphere, which is already charged with your intentions? It knows your pain. It knows what you're going through. We said we need a solution. And since it's decentralized finance, our people still don't got Bitcoin. We said that we were sending our children to the education system. They got rid of the education system. We still don't got nothing set up for homeschooling to receive our people. We do. So we all do now. But I'm saying they caught us on multiple times with our pants down, crying, saying, lamenting, like Job, yo, we need this, we need that. All right, here you go. I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? Nothing but cry some more, because you addicted to crying.
Right.
Because that's all you know. You only taught to cry. You was only taught about a pie in the sky. You was only taught that you wasn't worthy of it. You was only taught to let them get it first. These niggas is running around in your vicinity community with your cosmic robe on, with your birthright and your land rights. And you still praying. You ain't rolled your sleeves up and squabbled up yet. But you want to smoke with me? Nah. I went and got mine. I took it right out of the mouth of the lion. You know what I'm saying? And kissed him on the head and walked away.
Self-love is the best love.
And now I'm saying, it's enough of it that we can share with the whole family right here, right now, in abundance. I want people that understand the law of abundance to pull up. I got a table full of it. We could get it to. I don't even want to sell you nothing. I want you to come to Nicholas and help me co-create products that I just get percentages from, and you could go outside and make the money yourself. And then I'll expose you to a continuous network of resources, world resources, where you can keep making and keep making and keep making. And that percentages go back to a digital susu that gets to feed people. What are you talking about? And then I'll create an NFT out of it where that item will gain money in perpetuity forever. We throw it in the video, we throw it in the movie. I could take a $5 stone, make it into a $500 amulet, put it in a clip that goes viral, and it's worth $5 million in the marketplace. That I have the social monetization app that you can get all of that money directly when somebody purchases it, and there's no middleman no more. Look, Elon Musk got a black eye because we beat him to the punch. Yapping.com is a social monetization app that I met a brother. He's a melanated billionaire. He's from Dominica.
Let's go.
He has an entire he is a DeFi specialist, which means decentralized finance. These people got banks. They got. I mean, I just told you he has a stable coin that tethers. Look, he had a social monetization app. You get paid to interact. So 1,000 reward points equal a literal dollar bill, but it's called liquid cash because it's wrapped in a stable coin called liquid cash that could translate globally to any other body else's currency, dollar for dollar. The people in Nigeria, if they engage on this app, they can feed themselves and make their monthly salary in 2 days.
That part.
Because the Naira don't translate for with your dollar. We over here don't understand how good we got it. But the only way your dollar you can spend the same in the US, but it'll spend different in Nigeria. Look, I got a microfinancing company now where I'm paying these people $20 a week, and $20 a week helps them furnish their Airbnb, go to the groceries and get food, the stuff that they sell in the marketplace, only for $20 a week. I'm buying into their Airbnb businesses out there. If I send $300 now, I can buy my own. Look, bro, no more pain points. Like if we can release the pain and open our hands, if you didn't have to worry about rent anymore, how can you dream? Where would you dream? That's what I want you to tell me.
I didn't hear that part. If I didn't have to worry about what?
Instagram, the link is in my bio.
Let's talk about it.
Instagram, the link is in my bio. I ain't freestyling. You could go, bro.
And the youngest is
am I freestyling? Hold on. Am I freestyling time? Am I saying something that the sound?
It ain't a game.
You sound perfect to me.
Our people are from St. Louis. They're from the
Show me
state. They want to see it.
They want to see it.
So that's fine. That's what we show them. You know, that's not a problem. We can do that too.
Yeah, we here to demonstrate.
Louder than words.
Come out Monday. You're gonna get full demonstration about 4 different apps that are game changers, disruptors, and life changers. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be outside on 125th Street on Sunday in front of the Mark 125. But I wanted to show y'all just again for creatives what we have to create from in terms of raw materials. Like, look at this whole bucket. I got a whole bucket of agates. I got the gold joints to put on top of the agates. You know what I'm saying? Where you can create your own amulets. Like, what do you mean? Like, I got nothing but drip. I got whole buckets of this stuff. Like, we don't gotta starve.
There's no reason to.
We don't need tariffs. We're not affected by the tariff stuff because we're working with raw materials in a digital economy. And we dealing directly with one another. They killed themselves.
Welcome home.
They embarrassed themselves in front of the world and we saw them. And by default, we won. It's Astrology. The ball goes to us now. They are engaged in a civil war right now. All we got to do is create amongst us and deal with global clients. The diaspora. Through my channel, right? ConnectToYourCity.com, family. Can y'all start there? Go to the streaming network with over 200 different channels on the streaming network. Each one of them got 24 hours worth of content on there. You know how much space that is for commercials? So you can run your commercials on my streaming network and you stream in 200 countries and you can do direct business with people looking at it in Nigeria through the QR code. Like, what are we talking about? ConnectToYourCity.com. Please put that in there, King Simon. And King Simon got the links. He can attest to this. I'm not talking just to sound like I'm dreamy, like I'm on mushrooms or something. And I'm not. No, I'm not saying it like that. They be thinking that when we speak in these ways affirmatively, they like, oh, they tripping. The brothers is they got too much shrooms in their system. No, the fungus helps me bring manifestation to the physical realm that much quicker because of the increase of magnetism. Whatever I can see in my mind's eye, I remove the veil and pull it right to me and show everybody in real time the same way I was doing with the crafts. So I don't want to hear it. Like, we here to show and prove. You're gonna have to turn your lights off or turn your TV off if you don't want to see manifestation matriculating in real time, just through the spoken word. You just gonna have to ignore what we over here doing, because it's going down and going up at the same time. It's quantum. I don't want to hear the pain points. We got solutions.
Right. When you were talking about certain Bible verses, what came to mind is that Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hands and come forward and merge with their Christ-like beings.
Yes.
So Ethiopia is stretching forth because the best of us were taken, from the land of the beginning of everything.
Yes.
Which
So
go ahead.
We are restoring the Kushite dynasty by way of demonstration, preparing ourselves for the epoch of 2053, when King Cepheus becomes the pole star. Right now, we are dealing with the remainder of Polaris's run. Polaris is physically embodied and represented on this planet by Kanye West as the embodiment of what that cosmic energy that's burning out as a flame looks like, and his opponent or his connection or to the other pole star was Drake, who represents the Draco. So both of those pole stars represent the two epochs that we're leaving, and we're going into a Kushite epoch. And King Cepheus, let's say that would embody, maybe, let's say just symbolically, motif-wise, the energy of what Kendrick represents, of him saying that I'm not just a Christian, I identify as a Hebrew Israelite, but that again bridges you back to the Kushite aspect, because my research, especially with Ron Dalton, has been showing there's a lot of proof that those narratives take place in East Africa, West Africa, and Central Africa, and the cradle is in the Congo, and Israel is not in Palestine over there, it is in Africa. And I'll stand on that. And it's also in the Americas. You know what I'm saying? So, in the place where the quote unquote the other genocides is taking place, Sudan, and Congo, the indigenous ones, and then guys at the same time, right? But will the real Israelites please stand up? Will the real children of the light please stand up? Because even the people that's cosplaying is catching the fire and the brimstones. But that's what we qualify, and we in that pain by becoming economically solvent, going over there and restoring those minds, raising the army, standing with our people, and again, economically creating these bridges and these rails where we can that's the issue. Resources. Once we show the people what their value and worth is, and we don't gotta rob and steal from them to show them what their worth is, we're giving in abundance and showing you how to turn a penny into $1 and $1 into 100 and 100 into $1 million. And I'm saying this is cumulatively, this is a 20-year layout. Your penny today, I'm gonna show you how it's gonna be worth $1 million 20 years from now, compounding. If you don't touch it, I'm gonna show you how you can create IP in real time and get it registered and get royalties from it right away. And then as you create an IP, you can create a child, because the IP is gonna pay for the baby forever. So we can get back into abundance. We can get back into procreation. You know what I'm saying? And solving the pain points. The salve on the pain points is the finances. But locking in how we create children with the bonds that we create to go along with them. We studied what the devil did for so long and have not reconfigured the new way to say, okay, well, this child is created and Trump is trying. Oh, $1,000 Bitcoin bond for your baby when they're born, but no $1 trillion Bitcoin crypto Bitcoin bond for your baby when it's born. In our system, what are we talking about? Incentivize our people to love on these babies to get it.
That part.
Oh yeah, they jack the baby for the SSI.
Trump listening, but you better get his mind right.
Yeah,
too.
you jack the baby for the SSI.
Right,
but that baby worth $1 trillion. Ain't no jacking because it's tethered to a trust.
Moving forward.
Oh, they like where at? They, you know.
Tell them I'm right here.
Yeah, they need to see you though. They need to hear you and see you. They the takeover is one thing, but they don't want people are tethered to their hosts on these programs, and you got to engage everybody involved because they don't want to make it seem like, oh, they just came and took it.
Listen, family. He is dropping it so good. I'm just making sure everything flow.
Yes.
Blue pill came in here and blew out. We can't talk pain points no more.
Nope.
We got to have solutions. Hey, Logi, these the young folks. They don't want to hear pain points. They were raised on that with biscuits. They
What
want to
pain
hear
points are we
solutions.
talking about? What pain points did we bring to the
Oh, the
table?
whining. I don't have enough.
Yeah,
I'm
what
not
whining?
worthy.
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
no job.
Yeah,
I
they
was
don't want to hear. This is
all of
new
that.
generation. They saying we want our money and we want our money now.
Well, that's the Ibrahim Torre vibration that's vibrating right across the globe. Because what affects it in Africa affects us right here too.
So I'm gonna be quiet when she
Yeah,
talks.
brother, what I'm saying is that we are.
I didn't introduce any pain points. So
same
when you were
position
saying
to
when you was
present to
talking about
you-
pain points, I was wondering, well, all right,
Hold
so
on,
is there
hold on.
somebody else that is he talking about?
No. Bro, we have the ability to take what you have already created and produced and magnify it 100 times over. You do not represent the pain points. You went and did the work. You know what I'm saying? Your passion comes from the fact that you have these children. You are reminded every single day why you do this. I'm telling you that it's over. That we're going to be able to heal the planet with what you have done already by us being able to magnify it 100 times over. We have a VR tutoring system, right? But we have other ways that we can get this system in front of, especially what you were speaking about in terms of the procreation and having proper guidance on how to prepare for a star seed. That's a whole system. That's how we create super sapiens, which is my movement to create the next iteration of quote unquote melanated beings or human beings is through the super sapien creation portal, where we have created apps and technology where you can see based on that person's vitals if you have compatibility and what the full scale of that compatibility is, where the AI can look at every metric that you're overlooking, from cardology to astrology to cosmology to blood type to everything. So again, thank you, and trust me when I tell you, as the youth, as the legs of the body, we are here to run the race, right? The marathon continues, but the victory lap is already amongst us and in front of us. Yes, right. Shout out to all of the creatives. Come through to Nicholas. We got you. Like I said, we can co-create, and I can show you how to make commercial commerce items that you can stay here and grind out when we go back to land and open up that portal, and then we'll be back on the Silk Road to New York with, we got, bro, like trailer loads of stuff from the A to bring up. I'm in partnership with a brother who has a bottling company where they pump 1 million gallons a day, right? And the aquifer is a natural alkaline aquifer in North Georgia. And not only can he, yeah, you say,
I work with Keith.
You work with King, right?
I work with Keith. Moon Job?
No,
We're talking
Moon
another
plug.
The plug of Moon Job.
Yes.
And this is why it's important.
Yeah, the brother that's bottom and the plug.
This is why it's
because he's gonna be vital to work with, but he knows that there's a brand that's logistics that can get water around the country and the world.
International.
Yeah,
This is-
and
Hey, Bruce. So this is why it's important that folks over 25 listen to the young 25 so they don't get rustified by the memories. We can't be memory slaves. What Blue is saying, let's be creators because we are the gods.
Well,
So
we
check
were
Give them
born
an
to
ashe.
create.
Every time I talk,
Ashe.
it's right there.
We are born to create.
Okay. So this is years ago. I was come back from out of the country, come back into the country. I'm now gonna make my fortune, right? So my spiritual master taught me carpentry. So I'm working up my carpentry deal. So I'm renting a right. So the guy I'm renting a store from on 125th Street, he rent me a burnt out store, didn't even have a back. So I got to put up a whole wall, all this, right? I'm just running game. So he comes into the store as he sees me fixing it up, right? He says, "Holy crap, you're not a jeweler, you because we was opening a jewelry store, right? You're not you're construction. You did this, right? Boom. I said, yeah, I told you that. You know, I learned it in India. Boom. All right, boom. He says, look, man, right now I'm just dropping game because you're going to 125th Street. I'm trying to tell you something. Bust it. So he says, can you go check out a building I got on 48th Street between 11th and 12th Avenue? I'm having a number of problems, man. I'm losing money. Boom. I said, sure, I'll go over there. I'll look at it. Go there. I'll look at it. I bring in union workers who work like this, in and out fast. Everything is 100%. So I go there. We knock out the thing. Done. He comes to me. He says, all the other contractors on that job said, you saved this job for me. He says, what can I do for you? I said, give me all the stores you got on 125th Street between 5th and Madison Avenue. Boom. He said, you got it, just like that. Now bust this. Now I'm making money hand over fist because you got to put up 6 months rent to get the keys. 1 month rent, 5 months securities. When I finally finished with this project, now I'm subleasing that property from him. He's a Jew. And he told me straight away, he said, I'm bigger than Trump. I can have you everywhere in the city doing just what you did here. When I find out later, I'm subleasing that property from him. He was subleasing it from the Italians who had came in there earlier, gangster Italians, and boom, boom, boom. So the money could be easily made. It's just knowing what to do. And I've been making millions since I was a teenager. You know, in fact, I went to India because of it. My business went from $1.5 million to $1.5 million, 1.5 million to 9.5 million. And I had the opportunity to either stay and build that business or go to India with this godlike man. I chose to go to India with a godlike man because I'm always going to make money. And my whole life changed because of that. So, you know, knowledge is much more powerful than money because part of knowledge is getting money. You can't even operate in any system without gap up. You got gap, you can move and groove. Without it, boom. And there's so many ways. I mean, even your UCC money. I had a guy learning UCC from me, and he didn't want to give me his social security number. I said, I'm gonna show you right now how that makes no sense, and you trying to protect it when it's unprotected. I took his number, put it into TCC Bank, and he saw that his first page was 50 pages on a computer. That's how many people are using your social security number and making millions off it, or rather, I should say corporations, making millions off you don't even know. So there's so many ways that money can be brought into your life, and this is how we got to go for it. It is knowledge. It is knowledge. And you got to realize the young people, this is what I seen because I was there. This is what the same guy that gave me that first big move told me. He said, I'm going to give you this shot, man, but I'm going to tell you something about black people. You always think white people are against you, and that's not what's happening. I'm about money. And if you get down with me, you're going to be about money. And you're going to help me make money, and I'm going to make money, and you're going to be happy. So there's knowledge that the older crew can give to the younger crew, you know, and that's basically how it works. I got my earphones in, Hank, but his volume is went down again.
I said excited and delighted, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to overdo our offering this evening that we're giving people because it was a lot and they need to fully digest what's being said. And it needs to be demonstrated because there's a lot of claims being made. And I don't want to be a false bringer of hope. You know what I mean? I said enough that I need to stand on and show and prove on. So, and you said enough that I'm like, all right, I already heard what I need to sit down with you and lock in and talk about because when that plans out, then we can enable thousands of people to be employed and we can start bringing the water to the desert, literally. So I've qualified, you know, what I have in terms of to offer this evening. People really need to come out and see us at Nicholas on Monday. If you can't make Monday, pull up on Sunday to Harlem. We'll be in front of Mark 125 across from the Apollo on Sunday on 125th Street through the most of the day. I do want Hank to have a word about energy and amulets, and it wouldn't be right.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I want to spend a second before, I get off this feed with speaking about the future. And sound frequency is everything. I just came from Atlantic with a DJ collective. I just discovered a vibration in the city, music-wise. This is the illest post ever. I found the Atlanta sound, and I just got back to New York, and I connected with my team, and they got the New York sound. So we're bringing a sound revolution back to music with the illest hitters on the planet. On the planet. You feel me? This sound revolution is coming. The sound wave, soundscape, changing the soundscape, and the vibration that you change with the music will change the streets. And once the streets change, everything changes. And we on our way.
And to add value to that as well. I was born.
Yeah, speak up, brother.
Speak up, y'all. Project.
To add value to that, because to the whole crowd, my name is Starseed. Peace and love to everyone. I've been quiet. Yes. I've been real quiet in the past few years, just sitting in the dark like a Scorpio do, right? Now I'm speaking for my generation. I got a youngin right now downstairs with a drum waiting on me to come outside. Like, yo, I'm ready. Like, what's up? Go down first. We in the middle. I got a youngin named Ra right now downstairs with a drum.
You gotta go into it. You're not on camera, brother.
That's asking me, what's next? He's asking me what we talking about, so he can go tell the hundreds of thousands of youngins that look up to him, like right now, in real life, in real time. So I take notes anytime I'm around my OGs, because I know my job is very important.
Be outside with the youngins.
I'm literally outside.
Be outside.
I'm the groundwork. I'm the footwork to this. Like, this is really like
the first layer.
My real life. Like, I have to really explain to them what's going on, because they like, this is a lot of, I'm bringing sea moss to the, I'm living in the shelter right now. I'm bringing sea moss, and it's intentional. I'm bringing sea moss there. I'm bringing crystals there. I'm bringing drumming and guitar. They're like, what's going on? Like, where do I go? How do I'm giving them places to go to. You get what I'm saying? Like, I met this brother downstairs. He was in the shelter as well. His name is Rod. I call him Rod the Sun God. He's from Brooklyn. He's like, yo, whenever we going to Atlanta, I'm rolling with you. He wanted to come up here. I said, hold on. You know what I mean? I said, I ain't introduced you to the brothers yet. He's like, all right, I'll be downstairs. He want to play the drum. He wanted to get going. He's like, look, the revolution is right now. He tired of talking. That's where he at.
It's 1,000 of those in the city right now waiting on us to tap in, make the connection, and have the conversation and ready to go. So we're getting our front line in order. We're getting this commerce together, because it's, all movements, renaissances should be funded, right? And we stepping in abundance. And I got more than enough to share with my brothers just to open up an economic artery. And we're going to restore it. We are the sons of light, and all of us have a special connection to our homies. And we outside, we running plays. We running through end zones for our homies, running these touchdowns for our mamas. And taking no for an answer. You know what I mean? And if you stand in the way of that, I feel for you. You should retreat now while there's still time.
Look, let me drop one on you.
Yeah.
Drop a loop.
All right, I'm going to put this one on you. Bring that camera. Drop a loop. You God, you say you gods and goddesses. Then I say to you, as I said earlier, as a god, as a goddess, forgive Lucifer. Woo. Forgive Lucifer if you're a mature god and goddess. Forgive the fallen angels.
You needed to hear that.
Like you've forgiven the fallen brothers and sisters with the ratchetness.
Yo.
Forgive Lucifer.
Yeah.
The angel of the morning. The angel of music. And watch the personal power flow. Daylight and darkness.
Speak that proclamation.
Forgive Lucifer, God. Ashe.
And somebody said, no, you holding on to the falsehood of it. Everything that you blame, quote unquote, Lucifer, I told you, Is God with a ski mask on. The Lucifer don't got a motherboard to run no decisions or proclamations or plays through. Everything got to run through the Most High. They are finessing you with this idea that you think Lucifer is responsible. He has permission from God to finesse and run plays, and if you fall victim to it and end up sticky, they amend your contract. It's
That's
not
exactly
Lucifer.
right.
He's operating and creating opposition for quote unquote God to exist and dualism.
Whatever you hate, you actually are in love with. So by you letting that go, you let go of the devil that's possessing you from the inside out.
I definitely hone in on that one right there, because you may not realize it, but Lucifer is more righteous than most human beings. He's not doing the wickedness because he's on an edict, and that edict is shine, shine. You're doing fine. Make one mistake, your ass is mine. So he don't make the mistakes.
Wait,
he
say that
gets
again,
us
man.
shine,
Hold on, you gotta
shine.
put that Bluetooth, man. Turn that Bluetooth back on.
Turn it on.
We got
But we gotta hear what OG gotta finish saying too.
we will. Yeah,
Cut him off, so we're gonna have to finish that too.
definitely gotta finish. OG, say that again.
Lucifer is under an edict, him and Satan, because these are two different entities. And that edict is shine, shine, you're doing fine. Make one mistake, your ass is mine. So he don't make mistakes. He gets us to make the mistakes. And how does he entice us? Through money, power, and women. How did he floor Adam? He went to Eve. He didn't come to Adam. Adam was going to listen to what God said, because Adam knows. The man knows.
Right.
The women can be easily led. And let me prove this to y'all, especially when they're young. It is such a science that if you was to lay with a sister at 16 years old, you broke the law of land and you will go to jail. And they call that what? Statutory rape. That's how easily influenced women are. It's a science. In fact, it's a law. And if you don't know it, you're going to be subjected to their laws. So when it comes to us being powerful, as I was developing this course, talking about bringing in Christ-like men, right? I realized the men are not ready for that. So I developed a ready-up course for the brothers. If the first thing you're supposed to be doing is holding on to that powerful seed that creates life, not tricking it off with these girls that pride themselves on being whores.
Lord Logic, hold up. We was talking about, listen, you got to go back to the root. Lucifer, forgive Lucifer as a god or goddess.
As a god and goddess in that state of love.
No, hold on. Let me listen to what I'm saying.
Forgiveness is automatic.
Hold your thought. As a Psalms 82:6 says, ye are gods, children of the one most high. Now, you can be a babe in Christ, or you can say to the mountain, move, and it will.
That's right.
And the beginning of your power is you forgiving yourself. And once you forgive yourself, you forgive the dark side of the force that is you. You forgive Lucifer and rewire your miseducation as a fallen black man to a fallen angel. You have more in common with the fallen angels than you do the White House. So align yourself with your divine. Forgive the fallen angels as your shadow work so that you can rise into your fiery destiny.
Let it go.
And you haven't heard this in no church. You've been taught as a miseducated Negro to stay polarized instead of activating your divine. How can you be split in half? You are fallen, brothers and sisters. So you have to forgive yourself and forgive all fallen angels. Ashe.
Okay.
Listen closely.
Now, as we talk about the self.
Elder.
The emotions. 1 second.
1 second, Elder. You gotta finish this point.
Business. When I was in expressing
Gotta
and
talk
letting
up.
go.
Gotta project.
You gotta listen to
You
it.
gotta project.
In a nutshell, what I was expressing about forgiveness and letting go is what you are judging in hatred, you actually are aligned with energetically. So when you actually start to love your enemies, you let go of what you holding on to that is stopping you from acquiring your blessings. When you hate on others, when you constantly are projecting negativity toward others, you negate your blessings from the creator of the universe, the one that got stuff aligned for you. By you hating on others that's made just like you block your blessings from coming to you. So by forgiving and letting go, you are able to acquire what's ready for you.
I hope you heard that, man.
Okay. You know, as we say you, are we talking about somebody other than me, or are we talking about me? Because I'm trying to figure out, and Hank, as you talking and saying what you're saying, are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? Because I don't exist in hate and none of that kind of shit. You know, look, the self is God. We've gone away from the self and put ourselves into the ego, which is not. It's a construct. Let me finish what I'm saying. Please listen. If you are in a state of God, which is a state of love, forgiveness is automatic. None of this negative stuff comes into that state. It is automatic. Every virtuous quality is automatic in your state of consciousness when you in the state of God consciousness. And that's a state of automatic love. One is the other. So as y'all saying you, I'm getting confused. Because you means the person we're talking about.
They're not saying you, it's not you. It's a proclamation where it's speaking outside of self. You know, look, us starts with you apostrophe S. So you got to speak to you and then project outward to the little you, big you, little you, right? It's not personal. They're not signaling you as a you as much as they are the majority of all other yous that are connected to one you.
I want to give y'all a little insight on something as far as that shadow self that most of us have, right? I had this shadow self that was basically I'm thinking I'm that, and it broke off of me and literally started talking to me, and because I wanted to kill the shadow self, and it said to me, you know, you stupid to be so smart. Because I done studied this, that, and so forth and so on, which means very little, especially if it's not being used. So this shadow self of mine, his name was Muad'Dib. And he said, you know what? What did I ever do to you? Now, I'm telling y'all, he's talking to me like I'm talking to y'all. I'm hearing this entity in my mind.
Yes.
And he gave me a whole lot of knowledge this day. And I'm up in the ashram in New York City, in New York, upstate New York.
Upstate, yeah.
And he dropped it on me. He's like, look, I only came out when somebody was looking to hurt you or kill you. You thought because you learned karate, you so bad at 155 pounds. No, they saw me and they backed off, dropped a bunch of knowledge on me. And he said, we got with you, meaning the other shadow selves got with you because you were going to transform and you were going to become God conscious. That's why we stay with you. And my job inside of you was to let anybody know I'm gonna drop you if you do anything to him. Now, bust it. When he went away, he said, and by the way, my name is Muad'Dib. A year later, okay. Now I'm having this experience like, whoa, was something wrong with me? I mean, damn, that was clear talking, okay. So a year later, I'm arguing with my wife. She leaves. I'm sit down in my house and I say to Muad'Dib, I said, Muad'Dib, I thought you wanted to change. I thought you wanted to transform. Muad'Dib says to me, why you always blame yourself when that bitch do something wrong? He said, I want to change, but you don't love me. And I can't change without your love. And he started crying. This crying was so hard. Now, this was my inner aspect that I created, Muad'Dib. So let's not get it twisted. An inner aspect that I created that was alive and conscious, just like we are now. And he's saying to me, my shadow self is saying to me, I can't change without your love. And all that negative shit that I do, I still need your love in order to transform. So whatever it is that we're doing out there, Whoever we think we are, we still got that shadow self. And in order to get it, to get rid of it or to have it merge with its power into your power, the God power that you are, you got to love that.
I like
You're
to
not
say,
talking to somebody that ain't been around the world studying damn near everything. I'm not a lightweight by any stretch of the imagination.
okay,
Not
Scorpion.
only in money and or experience or travel, but in God. I've been in the God conscious state. There is no negativity in that state, and that state is love. Love don't accept it.
Can I say something as a divine feminine?
Yeah.
Can I add to the pot?
We got to keep it moving. Kufunya, thank you, brother. But we could really, we have an issue hearing, and we're in Gemini season, and we obviously see there's a communication issue. So we were really requesting that you come out Monday, see this live demonstration. You have so much to offer. I thank you for everything today. It was a classic, amazing show. I want to leave with these brothers introducing some of their music, and we're also going to tell people we're open for business. Right? Because there's people that are looking that may want to interact and get into what we have to offer. So people are looking for gold, water. We got gold in the city. Y'all can come through on Monday, or you can come and see us in Harlem. You can shoot me a cash app. We can do business now if you want to get into some of this manufacturing. If you see some stuff that you need wholesale-wise, right? DM me, or you can make a purchase in advance. But we got to get to this bread.
Which day you gonna be at?
Foundationally put the stuff together.
Let them know what day you're gonna be
Sunday.
at Nicholas.
Oh, I'll be at Nicholas on Monday on 6/9 from 6 to 9. On 6/9 from 6 to 9 p.m. we will be at Nicholas, Brooklyn, Melanin Monday, Red and Blue Pill, IRL, that means in real life, live and direct at Nicholas, right? And we're bringing the whole squad out. Blue Pill, the pillars, twin pillars and friends. And please, Elder, please pull up, bring the book. We're going to activate this global village. Thank you so much. And we got, we got a lifetime of conversations that we're going to be having and helping one another level up to create the curriculum that our babies can devour for power. I appreciate you. Thank you for what you have done and allow us to put a lens on it to 10x it and show you better than we can tell you that we're all collectively working together for the same goal.
I'd love to be out there, but I'm in Georgia, y'all. I'm not
See you
in
when
New
we
York.
get back. I'll be in Georgia next week, so
Cool.
next strong. I'll signal you. We got a whole dispensary out there on Edgewood at 488. I have so many multiple things going in Georgia, and we're going back to Stone Mountain with our historic hike on June 28th for the ATL family. We are ascending back to Stone Mountain. That whole strong end is full of activations. At the end of June, we are going to the moon. So, yes, we are also inviting you to come out and activate in real time with community that's ready, and pass the rhetoric.
I love that.
So, real quick, let's get to this Bluetooth. I want to introduce you to the music that these brothers have to offer. Family $, Miss Harvey 917 is the Cash App. If you want to do some commerce, you want to grab some gold, you want to make some prepayments, you can DM me or holler at me, but that's the Cash App. And, run down us at Nicholas, or you can see us in Harlem the day prior. Sunday, we'll be outside all day across the street from the Apollo doing big commerce in the big city. Yes.
It's still connected to the phone.
How you going to do it? Okay.
Disconnect from the phone.
Disconnect the phone. Okay.
If I can exit this.
This was a good show, y'all.
You mean when you exit? What you mean?
We up in the lab on a Friday night.
Can you help them put the Bluetooth on so they don't knock anything out?
Yeah. Okay. Blue family. Brother Blue's going to hold. Nephew Blue is going to hold my phone while I adjust the other one.
Yeah. Yes. And as you can see, family,
You want to turn Bluetooth off?
Off of that phone.
Off this.
we got again a lot of offerings. Is this camera cutting around?
Yeah. Okay. That's all.
How you turn it? I want you to show me on the table.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna show you some of the offerings. I want to collaborate with creators. I got more than enough raw material. So yeah, y'all can come through here on Monday. I hear the music though.
Just be. It's what they seen it for. Got what you need and more. Before you come, gotta brush your weakness off. It's what they seen it for. Got what you need some more. Before you come, gotta brush your weakness off. Gotta brush. Bow again, that's not enough. Before you brush your weakness off. Gotta brush habits rough. Pain and bag enough. Blacks been free yet. Trap adjust. Spoil you pups, demons lust, and ancient devils you trust. Everybody spitting flows of mucus, new pus, loop cuts. She said, why I can't know where you live, I don't trust. New bag out the madhouse and dump trucks. You're never too old to change the globe and do what Allah has told. We hear and obey and clean the soul. Feet bottom from the bottom rotten. The love never forgot him. The test that was promised. When you step in beyond it, the complex of a farmer on spoiled soil. Yet the seed's royal. It's where he let go to keep for you. Then you end up doing what the love taught you. A gift from what Allah bought you. They all want to dictate, yet Allah all bought you to tell them what to do. From the pen that wrote already and told you what you do. It's what they seen it for. Got what you need and more. Before you come, gotta brush your weakness off. It's what they seen it for. Got what you need some more. Before you come, gotta brush your weakness off. Gotta brush. Bow again, that's not enough. Before you brush your weakness off. Filling up your weeks. All of this strong as our weakest links. Strengthen up our tools. You always surround yourself where you can't be around fools. They want to get with success that you're teaching for your school. Strengthen up your week 7 days. She want to get the pool. She wet when you got pool. The guitar to Chrissy house and then she moved. She brought me the color indigo. I said star, she already know. Baby girl already know to indigos. She waking out of slumber. Told her just leave them drugs alone. She wonder Stevie Wonder. She brought Cameron to the band. Yeah, she crying up under her mother, father not dead, so she be crying undercover. So that she depending on me. I'm the leader of my tribe. I realize she weak as link. Come to New York, strengthen up your tools. She gon' come and see. Yeah, slaying all these demons. We gon' smoke them like some trees. Got the point like S&B. Yeah. I keep on smoking them, can't smoke them all for free. Yeah, I pay for Palo Santo demons playing hide and seek. So my slay, I'm in the dark searching, store them options delete. Hey, you need it more. Before you come, gotta brush your weakness off. Hey. It's what they seen it for. Got what you need some more. Before you come, gotta brush your weakness off. Gotta brush. Bow again, that's not enough. Before you brush your weakness off.
My weakness is anything that pulls me off track. Every time I put God second, trying to choose what I lack. Phone buzzing, mind racing, heart full of stress. Scrolling past fair time, I'll catch up next. I never know better, but knowing ain't the same as doing. Saying alhamdulillah while actions be all in ruin. Trying to talk faith, but still slipping in the dark. Like I'm trying to light candles with a waterlogged spark. In the pride, the anger, the thirst for control. The voice that says later, when my soul says no, it's the comfort. The laziness, the fear of change, how I keep God distant, but I still pray for gains. I act like I got time, but the clock don't lie. Every tick is a step closer to my last goodbye. And I still waste breath on the things that fade. Trading paradise for another bigger payday.
I'll wake you up.
I ain't trying to preach, I'm trying to admit I'm weak where it counts, and I'm tired of it. Cause real strength is remembering who holds it all. And my weakness is everything that makes me forget the call. And my weakness is everything
That's a nice one. Who wrote that?
Listen, we got the
He
greatest.
said, who wrote that?
Who wrote that?
We wrote this.
They
Who's
did.
we? Say your name.
Starseed, Just B.
Let me hear you,
We
man.
recorded this on
Exactly.
Saturday. Sensei, we outside. And
Performing on Monday.
we got hundreds of songs for you, so we prepared.
Performing on Monday at Nicholas.
I pray y'all ready, but we gonna have to get paid for our energy. You see what I'm saying?
Just through a forgiving poem to get him
We
going.
got a lot of stuff going on, but I don't think y'all really recognize it. Yeah, we gotta clean it all up. From the top to the bottom, top to the bottom. This song's called Hits Coming. You ready? You know your target too. We know who the real ops are now.
It's from the start down the line.
That is unity killing our own person. We know who the ops are.
Hit them dollar signs from out the rhyme. Hit them hits come,
Go.
hits come. Got super talents, they over practice, no passes, all this active K. Hit them hits come, hit them hits come. Got super talents, they over practice, no passes K. Hit them hits come, hit them hits come, hit them hits come.
Hits rolling in rapid motion. Gold tinted like I'm hanging under the basket foam. Relax, new content. Right out of pick lock pick. Right where it was left back progress. Right to do was right to do. Other beings trash may be nice to you. After dark, their light improve. If you hearing this is heist we do. Being just invited you. On the rise is how we do. Keep it strong, oh how we knew. Cooking the show through the hourglass. Looking through when it's met beings that don't like to lose. It's plain to see it changing me. Pain in me. From that paint you see unexplainably. Balance is steadily. Heavy hits ready. Here now, no time to get ready. Then everything you output steady. To put out heavy. Refine your skill. Why didn't you have time to chill after play time to build?
Hit, run for it, send it hits, hit stick, she gon' ride, stick shift, shift rhyme, hit split on your head, wig split. I would love to see your brains splattered on the wall. Rest in peace, my uncle, my father, mentor, shattered y'all. Let me pull up, gather y'all. They see me working, pass the ball. My OGs really went on missions, a lot of goofies, got a hit. I just promised bullets made us rich. Gotta tell my father's story, it's too rough for him to fit. Speakers on your crib sitting like your bitch. We on your head like the speakers on your crib just like your bitch. We still hits. Cause of harm, we armed like police. Their father, Black Panther, Fendi blood, the Crips in the streets. Always double-sided. Why they moving wild in the streets? Free the word, put them love and shoes to work and kill your beats. Kill your trunk, at least. Tell Kodak stop jacking. We got souls, Quaffo peace. Yeah, Quaffo peace. Quaffo peace. When you spoke for Fofo peace. Peace. There's peace for me. Mountain climb found his mind. Hits from the start and down the line. Hit them hits come round the bond. Racing that state condition. Hit them hits come. Hit them hits come. With them dollar signs from out the vine. Hit them hits come. Hit them hits come. Got super talents that over practice. No more passes. Hit them hits come. Hit them hits come.
We got our youngest on the phone.
Pop out the porch, with chopsticks, man, we ready for war. Hey, they want some more. Hit niggas pissing, subscribe to the source. They want me dead. Shit on my back is fed by force. It's stopped to the head. Make sure you need no witness left. This shiesty mask. I'm feeling like Nietzsche back. On course on club. Got the city feeling like the place is back. Stay through with the bros. Little niggas, man, I can't forget. It's like it's a movie. No cap, my shit is not pretend.
Real life.
Hits from the start and down the line. Hit them hits
We got the
come.
target right now.
Racing that state condition.
No, we
Hit them
aiming
hits come. Hit them hits come. With them dollar signs from out the vine. Hit them hits come. Hit them hits come. Got super talents, they over practice. No the passes, all this active A. Hit them hits come. Hit them hits come. Got super talents, they over practice. No the passes pay. Hit them hits come. Hit them hits come. Hit them hits come.
That's Young Genius. Young Genius, Logi. They on it.
They on it.
We all over it, matter of fact.
I'm hearing it.
Hold on. It's fully layered, man. It's layered and layered, my guy. We got something for it.
Pressure create diamond. Heat create diamond.
the weak fronts back in it. After this, you know it's for sale packages. Had away with it. Gangster without saying it. God is gangster without saying it.
We giving y'all spoonfuls. We ain't gonna give you the whole album. Various forces. You give them a little at a time.
We just want to heal the people though. We moving with real business. We want to heal the
These are the brothers who wrote, created, and recorded. What you got to say about that, Kafunya?
Punya with us.
I'm listening.
Punya man is midnight. Punya with us.
Kafunya and Logic look like they in trance.
Well, I'm listening.
Well, let's wrap this up, y'all.
I'm trying to hear the lyrics.
Me too.
That's the next session. We got a lot of space too. We got to pack this up. So, with that being said, family, I hope that we just got to see a glimpse of a sliver of what, you know, this Renaissance new generation has to offer. You know what I mean? And there's so much more. There's a lot of economic undergirding that goes with that. I want you to download the app Yapit, Y-A-P-I-T. It's a social monetization app. You can get paid for engagement, meaning if you post, you get paid. If you like, you get paid. If you share, you get paid. You can create your own events on there like Eventbrite. You can create and sell your own content on there like OnlyFans. I didn't say your content has to be OnlyFans. I said it follows the model of you monetizing your content and selling it, pictures or video. You can create your own Cash App on there and do internal movement of money. Again, it has a global stable coin tethered to it called Liquid Cash, where you could change dollar for dollar any currency on the planet. So everything that Elon wanted X to be, this app has already been done by a melanated person. There's a $2 billion liquidity pool that's backing this up. So we ain't talking
What's the
about
name of it?
Yapit, Y-A-P-I-T. Yapit. Put your money where your mouth is. Yes, Yapit.
Yapit.com?
It's in the App Store. You go
Oh,
down
I get it.
Yapit. Yes, an app.
It's an app.
And you can go to yapit.com. You can access it through the desktop. And Yapix, Y-A-P-E-X. If you want to know what the economic engine is behind this, if you want to read the white paper and do your research, if you want to read it, if you want to see a man that's like the melanated Elon from the Caribbean, from Dominica, who's a billionaire that we don't know about, that has all of these systems figured out. All of this stuff is already done. Go look up YapX and you'll find about the YapX ecosystem, of which there's a whole universe connected to it financially. He's a fintech specialist and he got the game on smash. And Yapit is a way that we can social monetize and make money in real time, promoting one another, selling our goods. It's everything that social media isn't. It's social monetization. You can get paid per click. Engagement. If you don't understand it, your children do, because they understand Roblox. And they sit around and watch streamers stream their life for 24 hours. Every time somebody clicks something, I can show you how to get paid through that process. This is big. It's exciting. And even for the elders, you know, reteaching them how to integrate into AI, sending our children to Job Corps for new trading courses driven by AI, but sending our parents back to school to relearn AI, machine learning. You know, how they can get their dreams going. Man, this is you know, dreams manifest, man. And our location in Atlanta on 488 is around the corner from where King was born. We are in the old 4th Ward, right off of Edgewood, in the historic district of where civil rights went down. The crown jewel of the South, the Citadel, is Atlanta because of quote unquote civil rights. I don't shit on civil rights. We're gonna make it silver and gold rights and redeem them. But we do not dismiss the dream. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We are living in the midst of someone who is willing to use media to make the world see compassionate Christians from melanated people as opposed to Caucasians. And he put them in a twist, and they had to give us, right, allocation. But now they're pulling it all back because they're like, y'all don't care about it. Y'all didn't value it. You beat these people up and told them what it wasn't, and did not express what it was. and it was access, and every other minority figured it out and came here, and we want to shit on them and point fingers and talk crazy about them. But how could they figure it out and you didn't?
The indigenous ones. Wake up.
So again, thank you. We hope to see you all on Monday and beyond. It don't stop here. It's just again, like Paul putting out the good news. We're just signaling and ringing the alarm that a new day has come. You know what I'm saying? Mr. New Diplo will be the distribution systems where we, again, 1,000 people that need work, 10,000, we got jobs, right? We back in this thing like Nino and Frank White, but it's with legitimized products, legitimized in digital content. Nobody can say, yo, I couldn't get a job and pay myself. Those days is over. We got access, you got labor, let's get it.
How do you spell the app again? The Yap. I can't hear. Uncle Hanky, can you put it in the scroll? Okay. Thank you.
Can you hear him, Hank? Or it's just us that can't hear him?
I can't hear him either.
Can you hear him, Hank? We can't hear him.
So on the app, it has many things. It says Yap
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yap it, yes. Download the app, y'all. Use Blue Pill as the referral code. I'll see you on the other side of future. Come out on Monday, and we're going to show you how to run an entire corporation through your phone and get your mind and family and mind right by creating IP that can pay you forever in a day.
Yap it.
I'm in the app, and it has many things. It says Yapit social networking.
Yeah, all of that, yeah, amazing.
Okay.
Say it, Kafunya.
Thank you.
No, repeat it. Let me hear it.
It says Yapit social networking, Yapit rewards, Yapit monetization, Yapit earn money, Yapit influencer app. Yeah, that's what it says.
All that in one.
Thank you.
And there's more, right? We get overwhelmed. We be like, yeah, all that. You got a whole lot of time to research all of those laterals tonight and diligently deep dive into it. The same way that we do with gossip in these streets, we need to do the same thing when freedom comes along. When we show you the overground railroad, let's get to it. Let's crack the code. Come up with all the questions you can. Come up with everything that's telling you that this can't be done. And bring those on Monday so we can disqualify all of our concerns and show you it's okay. Open your hands, release yourself. Allow the parasympathetic nervous system to be reset and receive. Allow. See y'all on the mountain and see y'all at Nicholas on Monday. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
I share.
Thank you, Blue Pill. Family, we're going to close out. But before we do, Kafunya has a short message, and we're going to wrap it up.
Well, the short message that I was going to say was, how can you walk around with a mouthful of scriptures and carry hate in your heart? It doesn't work. That's what I want.
Kafunya, you got to adjust the camera. You look like you high in the corner.
I'm not. How about that?
That's better.
Yeah. So that's what I said. Did you hear what I said?
No, say it again.
I said you cannot walk around with a mouthful of scriptures and carry hate in your heart. It does not work. That's what I wanted to say. And remind people, share out this live that we just did to your cousins, to your aunties, your uncles, because the money, the currency, which we are, is out there, you know. And what Blue said about no more pain vibration. I love that. You know.
Thank you, Kofunya.
Okay.
Laji, any last word?
Take the opportunity to become God now. That's what I'm always telling you. My last words is always going to be that. Take the opportunity to get in the Christ state now. Your time is limited.
Okay, family. In
One
summary, gods, goddesses.
Oh,
hold on. I'm speaking now, Kofunya. Hold your mouth.
Don't be
Gods,
rude.
goddesses. See, experience standing as a god, a goddess from your heart, and forgive yourself because I am worthy. And forgive Lucifer and all the fallen angels, because truth is fallen angels and black folks got more in common. They were uppity, hypocritical, spooky, carbon-based life forms. I dare you to elevate and forgive the dark side of you and the dark side of nature. Go.
Yeah. The verse, cancel culture started with Lilith and Lucifer. I'll leave it at that.
Woo! Did y'all hear that? Say it again.
Cancel culture started with Lilith and Lucifer. I'll leave it at that. Happy Friday, because that's Venus. We're dealing with the morning star and the day star. There's a reason why Lucifer was named day star, and so was quote unquote Yeshua. And there's also a reason why Tory Lanez is named day star. I'll leave it there. I'll be back Monday. Come and see us.
And we say Ashe, Aho, and night night.